So the obvious question about the div element is why you would use it and when should you use it? Well, according to the W3C, the div element has no special meaning at all. It represents its children, and it can be used with the class, lang, and title attributes to mark up semantics common to a group of consecutive elements. However, the note continues to read that authors are strongly encouraged to view the div element as an element of last resort, for when no other element is suitable. Use of more appropriate elements instead of the div element leads to better accessibility for readers and easier maintainability for authors. So basically what it's saying is you can use the div element, but you're generally going to be using the div element for stylistic purposes, or to wrap multiple paragraphs within a section that are all going to be annotated in a similar way. You can also use div elements, like I said, to strictly style content. And if we take a look at our homepage, we have a need for a div element in the sense that all of our content is surrounded with a div element. If we take a look at our HTML structure that we created inside of Dreamweaver, specifically in the code view, we can see that a div element does surround all of our more modern semantic-based elements. And the reason for that is we're going to be using this div element to control the overall appearance, essentially, of the page. Now, you may or may not know this, but by default, web browsers have styles applied to it. Those styles can be helpful, but they can also be detrimental to the overall style that you're trying to achieve for a page. We're going to be using this div element essentially to reset some of the different properties associated with the page so we can get our content that's contained within it to appear the way that we want it to appear. So hopefully that makes sense. You definitely want to use the div element strictly as a container to be able to help control the appearance of your content. If you look at older pages that were designed using the XHTML or the HTML5 specification, you'll find heavy use of the div element. And here you'll see in this more modern page, right now, we only have one div element.